Thank you for listening to the Gateway to the Rockies podcast from Visit Aurora. From the rafters of the Staley Marketplace, this is the show dedicated to telling the stories of Aurora, Colorado. Hi there, I'm Dave, the Director of Marketing for Visit Aurora. Imagine standing under a sky filled with dazzling colors, light installations that transform the night, and music that pulls you into the heart of Aurora, Colorado. That's exactly what's coming this October 10th and 11th at Painted Prairie's High Prairie Park. The Aurora Borealis Festival, a celebration of light, is back. And today I'm joined once again by Kristin Sutter, Director of Festivals at Visit Aurora. Hello, coworker.
Hello, coworker. How are you this morning?
You're also the creative force behind this magical event. How are you feeling?
I'm excited. Last year was our first year. We learned a lot. We learned what the crowd wants, and we're coming back bigger and better than ever this year.
Kristin, the festival brings the magic of the northern lights to our skies. It's all about balancing breathtaking visuals with community connection. Take us back. What was the initial goal to starting this festival?
The initial goal for the Aurora Borealis Festival, truly down to the core, is to establish an affordable signature event here in the city, not only for residents, but also for visitors.
Could you start by painting a picture what exactly the atmosphere is like, especially for those who weren't there last year? When you step into High Prairie Park the evening of opening night, what's the feeling? What's the vibe?
I'm hoping that when folks enter High Prairie Park on Friday night at 4 o'clock p.m., they're going to feel a huge sense of community pride for Aurora, Colorado.
Also, this wonderment by this incredible effect that we get to experience. The centerpiece really is that Aurora Borealis effect. It takes over the entire park. It's very breathtaking. Can you take a little bit behind the scenes and tell us how that magic is made?
Absolutely. So it all started like most magical things. It started with a dream, the city of Aurora Borealis. It felt like a natural fit. And then it came down to, well, how do we create it? And my background is in technical theater production and design. So when I met with the folks here at Visit Aurora a little over 2 years ago, I said, well, I know how to do that.
Okay.
So there's lots of water-based fog and haze, some LED lights, some lasers. Maybe if folks are in the VIP tent, they'll see some cool projection mapping. So it really is bringing all of these theatrical stage tricks outside to a massive 7-acre park.
For anybody who's wondering, like, am I breathing in chemicals? No, it's just water vapor.
Correct.
If anything, it might exfoliate your skin a little bit.
Exactly.
Also, it's a little bit earlier in the season this year.
Right.
The temperatures should be good, so we're really excited about that. Adding to that incredible ambiance are these immersive light installations. Can you talk a little bit about this year's light offering?
Yeah, absolutely. So we sent out a call for art installations earlier in the spring. We got a ton of great local submissions. So scattered throughout the park, you will see a ton of immersive light installations, whether you walk through them or touch them and the lights change color, or there's one that you stand in a specific place and the whole installation changes color based on what you're wearing. And folks in the audience will be able to select their favorite, and the top 3 installations will get cash prizes at the end of the event.
So there's something at stake here this year.
Correct.
This year's event is at Painted Prairie's High Prairie Park. It's a change in location this year. How does this location make this year's event even better?
We're right across from the Gaylord and so close to the airport. It's really a magical place. If you haven't been out there into the northernmost part of Northeast Aurora, I highly recommend it. It's beautiful. Stunning views of the mountains as well.
How are some of the other ways that the festival is a little bit different this year?
Yeah, we've got even more food trucks. We've got the VIP lounge is going to be super private with its own private restrooms and a private light installation. And we're partnering with some really great local businesses. We've got a local caterer doing elevated catering in the VIP tent. We've got a local merchandise company doing custom t-shirts that will be pressed right there live at the festival.
Wow, how cool.
I know, I'm so excited for that one. We've got merchandise this year. We didn't have any merchandise last year. This year we've got hoodies and blankets and glow-in-the-dark wristbands. All kinds of fun coming at you this year.
Tickets are required for ages 4+. It's really affordable. I mean, after fees, you're in for $17.
Yep.
I mean, you can't get a cheeseburger at a restaurant for $16, $17 these days. So it's quite the value for hours of entertainment and wonderment. And VIPs get a seriously elevated experience if you want to get those VIP tickets. Can you tell us a little bit more about what the VIP experience is like?
Getting into the festival, you'll have your own separate entrance, VIP only. So that'll expedite your entry into the event. Once you walk up to the tent, you will see just a solid white tent. It looks very unassuming, but once you walk through a light lock tunnel, you'll get into the VIP tent and be fully immersed in a projection mapped version of the Northern Lights. Inside that, you'll have a custom cocktail bar from Peak Beverage. You'll have catering from a local caterer and all kinds of elevated seating and cozy lounges to really enjoy your experience. Once you exit the tent on the other side, you'll see your private restrooms, and we'll have 15 to 20 feet in front of the main stage reserved just for our VIPs. So you'll get closer to the artist than anybody else at the event.
That was some of the feedback we got from last year. Was like the VIP section was really cool, but how can we make it even more exclusive, even more cool? And that's exactly what we're doing this year. Also, want to make sure we mention parking is free this year. There's ample parking thanks to our friends at Mix 100. And we're going to have so it's a great opportunity. You don't have to worry about the logistics of that. You park, you come up to the festival, and you're ready to roll. We've teamed up with our friend Bruce Trujillo at Manos Sagrados to bring some really dynamic entertainment to the Painted Prairie main stage. Can you tell us about the performers and the thought process behind their selection this year?
Yeah, absolutely. So we want something family friendly and we want something popular in the Denver scene. So all of our main stage performers on Friday and Saturday both will be local to the Denver metro and focused on Aurora area. We've got things from DJs to full bands to dance groups, and it's really something for everybody.
It's really about expressing the cultural diversity that exists in Aurora. That's reflected not only in the food and the Global Gift Bazaar, but also in the entertainment. It's really an experience for all tastes and all preferences.
Absolutely. And if you're there and you're not digging the vibes on the main stage, head over to the Silent Disco. We'll have 3 DJs spinning tracks, and you can pick your own playlist.
We get questions, people saying, what is a silent disco? I know for many of us, it's like, yeah, we've experienced that, but there are a lot of people who haven't. This is a really cool thing. Tell people what exactly is a silent disco.
Yeah, I would love to. I would say just walking in initially, you're like, what are all of these people doing? They're all dancing to different beats and rhythms and what's going on? So there are headphones that are available for just a $5 rental. And you'll put on your headphones and you have the ability to change which channel you're listening to. And you can see what color on your headphones indicates what channel you're listening to. So if I choose the green channel, I can walk around to anyone whose headphones are green and know that we're all listening to the same music. And if a song starts playing that I don't want to vibe with, I can change to the blue channel or the red channel and find people with blue or red headphones and party with them. It's really a custom experience.
The Global Gift Bazaar and the Flavors of Aurora Food Court really celebrate Aurora's diversity. Can you share any standout artisans or food vendors that we could look forward to?
I mean, 2 that are returning, really 3 that are returning this year are big hits, not only in Aurora, but in Colorado. We've got Mississippi Boy Catfish and Ribs, always a big hit.
Oh, yeah. They sold out last year, I believe.
They sure did. So we are excited to have Ty and his friends back with us. We've got the folks over at Loma Bonita Kitchen. Fantastic tacos. You can't have a festival without tacos.
Right.
So Loma Bonita's got us covered. And Geisha Japanese cuisine. You've probably seen them on Havana Street at the night markets. They're all over town and they make some fantastic Japanese food.
And the Global Gift Bazaar will be full of artisans that are local for the most part. And, you know, this is an opportunity to maybe knock off some things off of your holiday shopping list. And, you know, this isn't, you know, plastic stuff from a big box store. This is handcrafted, really high quality goods that you can secure for your loved ones.
Yeah, that's right. We've got things from candy to permanent jewelry to prints, art prints, and body lotions, body butters, all that health and beauty wellness stuff too. It'll be great.
This really is positioned as a family-friendly event. Are there unique attractions for kids of all ages to enjoy?
I think everything at this event is for kids of all ages, including the silent disco. I saw a lot of kiddos having a fun time in the silent disco last year.
Yeah.
And one of the things that we look for when looking for a location to host this festival is what attractions are already here. You know, there are 4 playgrounds inside the festival grounds with slides and basketball courts and jungle gyms and bridges, and really just fun for kids all around.
Accessibility also key. Accommodations are in place to ensure everyone can fully experience the magic of the festival.
That is right. Getting from parking over to the festival, we heard some feedback on that last year. This year we'll have a shuttle if needed, but also it is 500 steps from the parking area to the main entrance. So it should be easier for anyone and everyone to get over to the event. And High Prairie Park has really done all of the work for us. There are ramps and accessible access to every part of that park already built in.
Can you walk us through the festival schedule a little bit? This year's event is nighttime only.
Correct.
When the gates open, we start off with live entertainment. When is the Borealis effect going to take place? Give us a little bit of insight on what we can expect, how we can plan our foray into the festival.
Absolutely. So like you said, David, we are Friday and Saturday, October 10th and 11th from 4 o'clock to 10 o'clock on both days. And as soon as we open those gates at 4 o'clock, music will be pumping from the main stage. We'll start with a DJ at 4:30 and run all the way to 9 o'clock with programming. From 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock, it moves to more of house music vibes, and then that's the end of the event. And while we're enjoying all of that main stage entertainment and the buskers and the vendors and all there is to enjoy at the festival, you'll notice the Borealis effect really start to take shape when the sun goes down. That's the biggest obstacle that we have producing the Aurora Borealis Festival is this giant light in the sky kind of tampers with the light that we're trying to show you. So once the sun goes down, full effect.
Put on your meteorology hat just for a second, especially this being an outdoor event. What should people probably bring and maybe leave at home?
I would be prepared for any kind of weather. This is Colorado. You'll never know. We are selling hats and beanies and hoodies and blankets. So we've got you covered. I would also bring with you a chair if you want to sit under the northern lights and just enjoy it. Feel free to bring your camping chair. We are prohibiting camping chair bags, so please leave the bags in the car. And folks, if you're worried about security for any reason, there are security guards at both the entrances checking bags, doing a check. And we've got roaming APD throughout the event as well.
Yes. Yeah. We've had diligent meetings to make sure all of our bases are covered. And because it's all about making a comfortable and great experience for everybody.
That's right.
For folks that are coming across from the metro area, what are some of the best ways to get there? Are there public transit options or parking tips you'd like to recommend?
There are public transit options. I would look at taking the train over to the airport and maybe catching a Lyft or Uber. We will have a Lyft and Uber pickup and drop off area designated at the festival. Be sure to keep an eye on the website for more of those details as we finalize them with both Lyft and Uber. I also, if you're driving, I know Pena Boulevard can kind of be a bit of a backup. It takes us a while to get anywhere. But I recommend taking the back roads and taking Piccadilly up north and then a left over toward Painted Prairie.
I was amazed last year watching you execute from kind of behind the scenes at the festival. You were unflappable. But what's your kind of role in pulling everything together and how do you manage that?
Oh, very carefully. I've got a great team behind me. Last year, we kind of talked about this before we started recording, but last year was our first event. So we were all crossing our fingers and doing all the work we needed to do. But until you see it, you don't know for sure that you can pull off a 7-acre wide Borealis effect. So this year, we've got the same players coming back. Our friends at Eddy Sound doing all the AV. They're great guys. I have no stress about them. I've got my friend Jay Kim over at Bonfire Events. You've seen Bonfire all over town. He's coming back to take care of our vendors. And like you mentioned earlier, Bruce Trujillo and the team at Manos Sagrados working on that entertainment. So really, I've kind of pulled department heads and people who I know are professionals at what they do, and our marketing team right here in house. Hey. Thanks, David.
Yeah.
We hired the right people. I'm not losing sleep over it yet.
There's also an opportunity for folks to volunteer, to be a part of the festival, to help bring this to life. What kind of roles are you looking to fill, and what perks do volunteers receive?
Absolutely. So volunteers, please feel free to visit our website, auroraborealisfestival.com/volunteers. And you can learn all about the different positions and click on a link to sign up for your preferred shift. We'll do a little training a week before, a virtual training. We don't all need to meet in person. We can meet on Zoom. We'll do a virtual training to go over the festival itself and security protocols and all of that. And you'll receive your all access badge, your free parking pass. It's all free, but you'll get a private little area of parking just for our volunteers. You'll get a LED wristband, you'll get a fanny pack, all kinds of fun amenities. And of course, as we want to do with all of our events here at Visit Aurora, we've got a great hospitality booth for you while you're on site. Beverages, snacks, things to keep us going throughout those long October days. We've got shifts ranging from ambassadors. So those are my folks who are really in charge of hospitality, making sure that our installation artists, our vendors working in their booths all day, our sponsors in their booths have what they need, whether it's tapping them out for 10 minutes so they can run to the restroom or grabbing them a protein bar while they're sitting under their tent, just making sure everyone is taken care of. We've got other roles if you want to get way more hands-on and behind the scenes. Our stage hands role is something that if I weren't, directing the festival, I would absolutely volunteer to be a stagehand and just help folks, load their instruments from the car over to the main stage, make sure everything's plugged in and help the Eddie Sound and Mono Sagrados teams out.
If someone listening right now is kind of on the fence, like, this sounds cool, but, I haven't had a chance to really dig in and get a ticket just yet. What would you say is like the single most compelling reason to buy a ticket and bring your friends or family?
I think the most compelling thing this year is the art installations. They're all local artists. They are passionate about what they do. For some of them, this is their full-time job, making fantastic art that lives outside and can brave the Colorado weather. And for some of them, this is their hobby. This is something they do for fun. And what we've kind of learned, last year we dipped our toe into it a little bit, but this year people are really eager to build these kind of installations and bring them to the audiences.
It's going to be an experience unlike any other in Colorado. Cannot wait for October 10th and 11th. It's going to be an absolutely magical weekend at Painted Prairie's High Prairie Park. Kristin, thank you for all your hard work around here, and thank you for creating such a dynamic festival that we all can enjoy.
Thank you for marketing such a dynamic festival.
That was Kristin Sutter, Director of Festivals for Visit Aurora. The 2025 Aurora Borealis Festival takes over Painted Prairie's High Prairie Park October 10th and 11th. Learn more and get your tickets at auroraborealisfestival.com. And make sure you follow us on Facebook and Instagram for exclusive contests and sneak previews at Aurora Borealis Festival. Thank you for listening to the Gateway to the Rockies podcast. Visit Aurora is the official destination marketing organization for the city of Aurora, Colorado, and acts as the primary liaison between meeting planners and hotel partners. As Aurora's Convention and Visitors Bureau, Visit Aurora's mission is grounded in showcasing Aurora as a premier destination for meetings, business, and leisure travel. Visit Aurora represents more than 75 plus hotel properties with 13,500 plus guest rooms and more than 1 million square feet of meeting space, including Colorado's largest resort, Gaylord Rockies Resort and Convention Center. As Colorado's third largest city, Aurora is located minutes away from Denver International Airport and showcases mountain views, memorable meeting spaces, and 250 plus international eateries that offer a unique experience for each and every visitor. As the gateway to the Rockies, Visit Aurora's role in the local community goes beyond marketing the city as a destination. The Visit Aurora team is here to assist you with your Colorado visit, from facilitating your meeting, event, or convention to helping you discover local flavor and attractions. Go beyond the boardroom in Aurora, Colorado. For more, visit us at visitaurora.com.